Hello everyone, and welcome to more Trails in the Sky. For those of you who watched the last video, I'm sorry that was probably painful for you, because I was right. I was right. I looked it up after the video. The stupid book is in Elmo Village, and I somehow just didn't find the correct door to get to it. So anyone who's played this game before, you're probably sitting there like cringing, like, why can't she find it? She's so blind. So I apologize. In this one we are going to try to quickly head back and get that stupid book, and then we will continue on with the main story. We haven't done much in Zeiss yet. I keep getting lost, and I'm getting very frustrated with it. But we'll see if I can find the right door to the baths in Elmo Village. I'm proud of myself for being right, but I'm frustrated with myself for not actually finding it. It's a very weird middle ground. Also, I don't think I entered this store when we came back. Or house, I guess. But somehow, between the Maple Leaf Inn and the baths, I should be able to get down there. Oh, son of a biscuit. I didn't go this way. That's why. Yeah, there's a statue right in the middle of the baths, just like I thought there would be, but somehow I didn't see this flippin' staircase. I swear, some days I'm blind. Okay, now that we got that, oh, I really don't feel like reading that. This game has so much content, and a lot of it is like side content, like all the books you can read. Like the Hertz book is going to be just a completely separate story. Also well written and interesting on its own, but not actually part of the game itself, and I like that they include that stuff. There's just always so much content. I remember feeling that way about Cold Steel. There's a collectible in that one called Red Moon Rose book, and there's like 14 chapters, and they're all significantly long chapters, and it's an actually full written out story. Oh, you were the ones with Tita before, no? Welcome to the Central Factory. Can I help you? We are from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to meet with the factory head, if we may. Estelle reached into her pouch, paused for dramatic effect, then flourished the introduction note to meet the factory chief. Joshua looked stoic and tried not to roll his eyes. I see. Just a moment, please. Hazel used the intercom, keeping one wary eye on Estelle all the while. Sir, I'm terribly sorry to bother you during your... Yes, sir. The people from the Bracer Guild are... Yes, sir. Right away. Thank you for waiting. Dr. Chief Murdoch will see you now. His office is upstairs on the 2nd floor. Nice, I didn't think he'd see us so quickly. Let's not keep him waiting. That's convenient, because the 2nd floor is actually where I have to go to turn in that stupid woodpecker book. Oh, have you made some progress? Yep, you betcha. We brought you your book. Please take a look to be certain. Oh my, this is indeed the right book. Thank you for finding it. Like there was ever any doubt. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a wild goose chase. No, I had the right idea immediately, but I somehow was blind. I'm quite impressed that you actually managed to find it. Now I know I can leave the rest of the work in your hands. Right. Wait, what? What rest of the work? There's more? Traditionally, the researchers would hide 3 books. This leaves us with 2 still yet to be found. Did I not tell you? This is most definitely the first I've heard of it. How odd. But you're already aboard the ship, so to speak. So I hope I can count on your full support until the end. Well, I guess so, but... You mean we have to deal with another unhinged person's idea of a game? Speaking of which, it's just like back in Ruan. No need to worry, the next book's hint has no words. Really? The proof is in the pudding, as the saying goes. See for yourself. That makes it so much worse. You've gotta be kidding. No comments or anything? The name of the book in question is Hertz's Adventure 2. Oh, I have to read that when I find it. Hertz's Adventure 2. Got it. Only the first part remains in the library, so it gets quite frustrating having to listen to patrons ask about the sequel constantly. Well, I hope this gets you fired up to find it. Lovely. Another brain teaser to figure out. I take back what I said about the stupid poetry. I'd much rather do that. Oh well, either way we'd still be stuck trying to puzzle it out. Well, best of luck. I'll be waiting here as always. Alright, we'll be off then. We'll be back with that book before you know it. Maybe. That one I have no idea where it is. Hey, I've been waiting for you two. Estelle and Joshua, right? Yes. It's nice to meet you, sir. We're sorry to bother you at work like this. No, don't worry yourselves about that. The Bracer Guild, and Cassius in particular, have done a great deal for me in the past. It would be rude of me not to welcome his children. Huh? You know Dad? Everybody knows Cassius. I don't know how she doesn't figure that out by now. I guess you might say that. He was my benefactor. It's no exaggeration to say that the Central Factory produces the finest ornaments in the land. Naturally, the confrontations over our craft have never really stopped. Whenever we had a problem, we'd always contact the Roland branch and have him come over. I see. That explains all the business trips then. And now my benefactor's kids have come to visit me themselves. So what can I do for you? I'm happy to help. Thanks, sir. It's kind of a long story. Joshua and Estelle explained to Murdoch about the events surrounding the mysterious Black Orbment. I see. Well then. Would you mind if I had a look at this ornament? Now this is certainly an oddity. It's obviously made from modern materials. The caliber isn't inscribed anywhere. Caliber? You mean the numbers that are carved into the ornament's frame? Exactly. It's almost unheard of for an ornament to be produced without them. That's not just in the Burl either. Most other nations on the continent are the same way. It's been a tradition dating back to when the ornaments were first invented 50 years ago. Huh, you don't say. You're right. There are numbers right here. Crazy. You mean to say that you've never noticed in all this time? Oh, you hush. But seriously, is it really that strange for one to have no caliber on it? It's pretty much a part of the production process, and that goes for any orbital factory. It's as if this one were a prototype or something. If so, I'd imagine it wasn't made to entertain at birthday parties, if you take my meaning. So, less with the sweet and awesome, more with the stabby hurdy. Got it. Of course, I can't say for certain without looking inside. What is it? I can't find the maintenance cover. And now that I really look at it, it has no seams to it at all. How the hell was this thing made? I don't see any way to check out the inside of it. Oh man. Would it be possible to cut it open? That might work, yes. But I'd hate to just break something belonging to Cassius like that. Oh, okay. Maybe we should let that professor handle it. Oh right, the one mentioned in the note. Yeah, he should be able to tell us something. There was a note that was included with the ornament. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis. It is R! I remembered correctly. I knew it. It's Professor Russell. You wouldn't happen to know who this Professor R is, would you? Well, let me think. From the letter R and the people that Cassius knew, it must be Professor Russell. I thought so. Who's Professor Russell? And wait a second, how do you know this guy? I don't, but I know of him. He's known as the person who brought oral technology to Liberal in the first place. Hey, you know your stuff. As I'm sure you know, orbments were invented by Professor Epstein, and Professor Russell was one of his disciples. 40 years ago, he brought the orbments and his knowledge back, and that's why Liberal is a technologically advanced nation. You might say that he was the father of the Orbital Revolution. Wow, now that is impressive. Man, I had no idea that Dad knew anyone like that. Even so, it worries me a little that you'll be letting the old prof handle this orbment. We have no idea what it is, really. Well, how to put this? For good or ill, he's a certified genius. When he gets an idea for a new invention in his head, there's just no telling what he'll do. Much like the time when he was developing the first orbital airship. What's with the far-off look? I guess that a lot's happened. Sorry. I'm sure that he'll be able to figure this thing out. Go find him and ask him about it. It can't hurt. Thanks, Chief. Where should we go to find him? Hold on a moment. The southwesternmost house. Actually, I've been looking for you. Sorry to bother you, but can you come here? Alright, I'll be waiting. Tita! He called Tita. What, did you just call the professor or something? Oh, no. He actually has a private workshop in town. He has all the latest technology at his disposal, so I know he can figure out something about that thing. Wow, he really must be a genius. Wait, then who did you call? His granddaughter. She works here at the factory. I'm sure the child will be happy to show you the way. The child? Excuse me. What? Oh, Estelle and Joshua. You mean that you know each other? Yeah, we only just met a little while ago, though. So then I guess that she's the professor's granddaughter? Exactly. Tita, I've been talking with Estelle and Joshua here. I'd like for you to show them the way to your house. To see Grandpa? Okay, I will. I appreciate it. Ah yes, if you learn anything new, I'd love it if you came back and told me. As an engineer, I'm extremely curious to know more about this. Sure thing. You'll excuse us then. Hey, I didn't think you'd be coming. And you're even the granddaughter of the famous professor? It's no wonder you're so comfortable with orbments. Oh, come on. I'm still just studying under my grandpa. Oh, by the way, do you bracers have business with my grandpa? Well, sort of. The situation is kind of complicated. We can explain everything once we see your grandfather. Oh, okay. My house is in the southwest corner of town. Get off the escalator and go straight until you reach the south entrance. Then turn to the west and there it is. Got it. Well, let's get moving. I'd rather go down the stairs. I don't know why, I just prefer the stairs to the elevator. Checking out the guild quickly first. This is my house. Wow, nice place. Professor Russell is here? No, I think he's in the workshop. Through this door. We should go and say hi then. Oh, he's not actually in here though. I'm home, Grandpa. Okay, maybe this way. So this is a professor? Nice to, meet you. My name's Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. We actually came to get your expert opinion on, Got it! I did it! It's finally complete. That's right. Who's the man? I'm the man. Yes, I should start testing it at once. Whoa. What the hell? I'm sorry, Estelle. Grandpa kind of goes into a trance when he's working, and he doesn't really notice what's going on around him. I think he just finished up the device he's been working on for the past few days. Ah, I see. He really is something. Oh, he's something, all right. I'm so embarrassed. Back here, crazy old man. Grandpa, there are some people here who need to talk to you. Oh, Tita, you've come at just the right time. I need your help with compiling data from these tests. But Grandpa, this new invention will actually block a biosensor's ordnance detection facilities. It emits a unique orbital force field that deflects the energy that a biosensor sends out when it scans. Oh, really? Yes, really. Since when do I overstate my own accomplishments? Now come on, we've got testing to do. Right. Tita? Hey now. Never mind, Estelle. I think we should just let them be for a little while. Hey, you with the black hair. Me? Who else? On the upstairs bookcase is a notebook titled Orbital Energy as Applied to Force Fields. Go get it. Go on, be quick about it. Hey, Joshua! Hey, young lady, you with the antenna hair. Antenna? Oh, no you didn't. Quit farting around and make some coffee. Why should I have to make you coffee? I take it back, by the way. I want it clear as mud. You're not take it black. Okay. I read that wrong. You're not hearing a word I say. Fine, whatever. Yep, perfect. All set, Grandpa. Just as fast as ever. Where are Estelle and Joshua? Ooh. Come to think of it, I do vaguely recall a couple of young folks. Back sent along some fresh faces then, I presume. Grandpa. And so Estelle and Joshua inadvertently wound up as assistants in the experiment. After many small, but relatively harmless, explosions and some singeing of the eyebrows, the day gave way to evening. Sorry about all that. I just assumed you were both new employees at the central factory. So it's only natural that you wound up being drafted as assistants. This is no laughing matter, especially since the only thing you had me helping with was making coffee. Girls can bang metal parts together too, old man. Relax, Estelle. We got some valuable experience out of the deal in the end. How often does one get to participate in startup tests on a brand new type of orbment, after all? Well now, you're a bright lad then, aren't you? Want to give up this bracer nonsense and start up in the field of orbital engineering? Grandpa. I'm really sorry, guys. I guess I got caught up in the moment, too. You don't need to apologize, sweetie. But I thought the father of the orbital revolution was going to be some really amazing man. Not some old fart with attention deficit issues. Please, you're too kind. Moving on, so I'm being paid a visit by the children of Cassius. That's quite the surprise. So you really do know our dad? Yes, from way back when. I've known him since his army days, some 20 years or so. I've met him too. He had the really nice mustache, right? Well, I don't know if I'd call it nice so much as suspicious looking. But if he's known Dad for that long, it looks like we'll be safe in trusting you-know-what with Professor Russell after all. Yes, I have to agree. What are you talking about? And what was it you wanted my help with? Well... I see. Wow. Pitch Black Orbment? Yes, most intriguing. And with no inscribed caliber or seams? Look at that frame, too. Wait, what are you doing? It's a special alloy steel cutter. Just as I thought. Here, take a look. Okay. Huh? There's not even a scratch. The frame is made from some type of metal that I've never before encountered. Opening it up for a closer look is going to be quite the task, I think. That's just crazy. If we can't find some way to open it, we'll be right back to square one. Well, I can certainly spend some time on trying. But first, I think that maybe we should put it under a measurement scan. A what now? Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. That huge piece of equipment you saw when we were working on the experiment. It can gauge orbital energy activity in real time. You're making my head hurt with your technobabble. Just tell me what using that thing will accomplish. To put it in layman's terms, it'll allow us to see just what this orbment does. We won't be able to draw any definitive conclusions just from measuring what kind of orbital activity is occurring, but it's a start. And that should give us a major clue. Indeed. So without further ado... Grandpa, shouldn't we have lunch first? Sure. Estelle and Joshua, you're both welcome to join us. I can't promise it'll be anything special, but sounds great to me. We'll even help with prep. Alright, come on then. I've got a bit to do while lunch is prepared. Oh, I want to see it too. No fair working when I'm not around. My house, my rules. What is up with these two? Now I see where she gets it. Now, if everyone is ready, then let's get started. Estelle, if you'll put the orbment on the stand. Yay, she got to do something besides making coffee. Are you ready, Tita? All set. Good, good. Now commencing orbital force measurement test on the Black Orbment. Black Orbment? So that's going to be the official name after all? But using it officially is so boring and simple. Why not something cool like Dark Thingy of Impending Doom? No, simple is best. Anything longer than Black Orbment would just be annoying to say. Aw, look at her. She's all anxious to get started. Oh. Alright, let's begin. Tita, if you'll activate the scanner, please. Output set at 45. Put all measuring equipment on standby. Roger. Done. All measuring equipment is calibrated. Okay, from here on out is the real deal. Since no direct input or output was detected, all we can do is measure how the central crystal circuit responds. Now let's just see how much this contraption is really worth. You're sure in a good mood. And click! Neat, it's all glowing and stuff. I get it, it's putting a major strain on this crystal circuit. Tita, any readings? Yes, they're kind of weird. The tachometer needle's shaking like crazy. Now it's spinning around the dial. What? What's going on here? It's that same black light from before. What? Causing a blackout, that's not good. I think it like cancels all other orbments. And since this entire city is run by orbital energy. Grandpa, it won't take much more of this. We have to shut it down. Don't you dare. Just a little longer and we'll have something. Wait a second, all the lights in town are going out. Huh? What in... we have no choice then. Terminating the experiment. That's what it did with the mayor's staff. It just like canceled out his orbital energy. Oh, they're back on. Phew. Let's see the readout. Nothing. It didn't record anything. And the only thing that kept working was the scanner on which the Black Orbment sat. But even that, well, as for everything else... Good, it looks like the experiment's finished. How's it outside? Fine, all the lights are back like nothing happened. There's still a lot of people panicking though. Okay. Just what the hell was all that? That was what I would dub the orbital shutdown phenomenon. The what down? mean how everything inside of the orbments just stopped working at once. So the Black Orbment did this? Yes, I've no doubt. But I would never have dared to guess that its effect would be so extensive. There's definitely more to this than I expected. Interesting. Most interesting indeed. Only you would think causing a blackout over an entire city is interesting. Ah, Murdoch, just the man I wanted to see. The feeling is not mutual. Every single time you invent something, it means trouble for me. What the hell were you up to that would cause all of the power downtown to go out? How rude. It's not even my fault this time. See that there? That's the Black Ornament, and it caused this. Is that the... Okay. If I get it. If that's the root of this, then it's genuine extenuating circumstances. But it still means that this was your fault. Ah, nuts, you got me. That's it? They're just okay again? Are they always like this? This is so embarrassing. And so the first day in Zeiss kept everyone busy. Due to how late it was, Estelle and Joshua stayed at the lab for the night. Man, yesterday was such a crazy day. I was surprised enough at the town, but I really wasn't expecting to deal with anything like that. No kidding. But back on the subject of the Black Ornament, it's much more powerful than I'd ever imagined possible. Yeah, what's Professor gonna do now that his equipment gone all kerfloofy? Kerflooey, whatever, I can't words. Good morning, guys! Good morning, Tita! Good morning. Quite a big day yesterday. No kidding. Did you guys sleep okay? Yep, like babies. Is the professor already up? Oh, he left for the central factory early this morning. He said something about how he was going to expose all the Black Ornament secrets. Wow, looks like getting roared at over and over by the factory chief yesterday didn't even put a dent in him. We really appreciate both of you taking time just to look over something a couple of relative strangers brought you. Oh, it's fine, really. Grandpa's investigating it out of pure curiosity more than anything. I should go to the factory myself once I'm done with breakfast. What do you plan to do? Naturally, we'll be coming with you. I want to know what's really going on with that ornament, too. Maybe there's something we can do to help. Yay, then you can come with me. Oh, I almost forgot about the soup. Just a second, you two. I'll bring you breakfast as soon as I make sure it's edible and not on fire. I guess that's what that smell is. But man, what a cutie. I wish we could take her back with us to Roland. She could be like a pet, cheering us up whenever we're feeling down. That's kind of creepy, Estelle. And now that we've had a good breakfast, off to the central factory. Before we do that, I'd like to check in at the guild. I think it might be best to report on what happened yesterday, just to be on the safe side. Well, okay. Hey Tita, would you mind if we stop there on our way? Sure, go ahead. Alright guys, I am going to end it here. In the next one we will go report to the guild and then head to the factory to see if we can figure out more of what's going on with this ornament. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you next time.